and you don't count out the reigning defending undisputed world champions this early into an event.
T1, they started their redemption arc last game on Vikendi, picking up a few kills, 8 kills actually along the way. Will that now result in a chicken din on the third game of the day of the Super Weekend? We'll have to wait and see. But apparently still a lot of utility getting used here. If they have to move away without any utility away from Hacienda del Patron, that could spell desolation for Fionti squad. But here it is now. The push going to be happening. Satan, he's going to be the first man in sight of Yoodu, and he's going to try his best to defend his location. But definitely Yoodu are very spread, and they're trying to push on this location of T1. It's going to be hard.
It is, and it's so hard, right? You can say T1 shouldn't have let
drop down.
Yoodu in here, but the drop shot comes through. Nice one by Missile with the Uzi. There you go. I lost my word, but Missile didn't lose his accuracy getting knocked down. It was, of course, counter knocked by Yoodu as Drax and Fredo trying to hold on inside the building. The circle shifted up north. Iron Rock is still on the south side. Tim gonna have to push back BTR. This is still a little bit of a stalemate, and JCZ for Valdez is still inside this game.
He sent Ryzen first to get closer to the building of Orange Rock, but now the entirety of Bigatron, they got to follow up with that move. They got to try and get themselves inside, but Orange Rock, they need to take care of also the teams in Hacienda de Patron. Great grenade coming out from Ryzen will not result in a knockdown, unfortunately, but the second just might. And he will try and connect it. Scout going to pull off the res on himself. They're trying to fight back those grenades, those utility, but JCZ or Valdez still remaining alive, and because BTR going for the push, that might be his golden opportunity to get himself in circle.
Who knows? We'll have to wait and find out as Luxy sends himself forward. Grenade being cooked up by the man himself. In through the window, in through the door. Gonna see if it cooks up in time. No, it does. Actually, it does indeed. Scout gets knocked down, but Ryzen from a distance gets also counter knocked, and Skill comes in from the side of the building and knocks down Luxy.
People call Gil the MVP of this lobby in the World League East, and I think that title was definitely deserved, but now he's got to prove himself. Can he allow Orange Rock to remain alive? As here it is, Zuxi, he is going for the push. Gil got Viru back on his feet. They can try and aim for Scout too, but that might take a little bit too long as Zuxi's going to be cooking up his grenade. I think the angle's not going to be valid for him to actually get the knock, and that will indeed not be the case on the initial knockdown.
Like, how can you have 4 teams inside Hacienda on 2 separate fights, one on either side? It's absolutely incredible. Phase 7 closing in. BTR, Microboy goes for the sight, goes for the shots, but gets knocked down in return. And Luxy, Zuxi just trying to hold on as Ryzen on the edge of the tip looks for Valdez, and down he goes.
Yoodu have a great third party on all this engagement. Got a little bit of engagement on also Zuxi just a few seconds prior. And now they've got to try and end this fight. We still got 4 teams remaining in this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be insane. It's going to be huge. Bigatron, they still got to push up. They lost 2 members already. Even now, Ryzen and Luxy are remaining. But still, now we've got this sharing position between Yoodu on the lower ground and the rooftop over to T1. It's interesting to see, but who will take this game? Nobody knows right now.
And now Orange Rock are pinched between 2 teams outside the circle. Will actually make that 3 teams because T1 are still inside this game as BTR be fighting against the circle for the last couple of phases, but they pushed their way in. Sidon gets knocked down from Yoodu. Now the stalemate of that team fight between T1 and Yoodu might start to kick off in the next couple of seconds. Out comes in and gets a knockdown, tries to confirm the kill on the Horizon, but Luxy comes in and gets the job done, and down goes Orange Rock.
Luxy only needed one more bullet to get rid of Scout, and it was done successfully, but now the smoke's on the top of the roof for T1. They know they're gonna have to drop down, but if they drop down, they would have the high ground advantage also. It's really depending on who responds in the better fashion. But the circle did move away from the position of Bigatron. It might be the case of, Yoodu or also T1 getting rid of that team. There it is, the initial knockdowns will potentially come out. They've got to move away from that position. And Gyeonjun, the first dropping out that smoke ridge, is actually going to be helping him out to hold a different angle that could spell destination for Yoodu.
Yeah, indeed. And also Missile is going to look to throw out another smoke to give that level of protection to Youngun, who's also proning behind a wall. But of course, where you see smoke, you can see grenade targeting. And that's exactly what Yoodu are trying to do. Satan jumps out the window, but gets knocked down by Fredo.
That was a nice attempt, but unfortunately didn't get the damage out. Fredo, the man with the deadly smile and even more deadly weapons, is going to get a few nice knockdowns for himself. But here it is, the last member of Bigatron going to go for the push. ZZP's got to drop down eventually, but Bigatron, they do some work. Luxy, they might just go all the way. They might just steal this chicken dinner over here on Miramar Imperium. As it is, Ryzen just going to be chilling behind those rocks, and Yoodu trying to take control of this northern circle section.
Oh, Ryzen with the MK14s in the face of Yoodu as T1 get eliminated. We're down to these two teams. It is the World Champions against the winner of the first 2 games of the World League East Super Weekend Day 1 as a grenade from Luxie. He's going to have to try and survive. It's going to be 1v3. It's just too much. And it's 3 games in a row for Yoodu Gank.
It was just not in